Imagine two professionals. Let's call them John and Alex. Both are 35. Both earn identical mid-six-figure salaries at top-tier corporate firms. They navigate the exact same urban landscape, drive the same premium German SUVs, and carry the same weight of institutional responsibility on their shoulders. From the outside, they look identical. They look like success. But if you fast forward their lives by 20 years, a profound, almost terrifying divergence occurs. John steps into his 50s with total structural sovereignty over his time. He owns his life.
Alex, on the other hand, remains perpetually trapped, chained to the exact same bi-weekly pay cycle he was slave to 2 decades ago.
One minor disruption, and his entire world collapses. How does this happen? It's rarely a product of baseline intelligence. It's not raw luck. It's the result of an invisible web, a psychological and mathematical phenomenon that economists call lifestyle inflation. And it is the most predictable trap of the modern middle class. To understand why smart people fall into this, we have to look at behavioral economics, specifically, a brutal human glitch known as hedonic adaptation. As human beings, we are wired to rapidly adapt to new levels of comfort and prestige. Yesterday's luxury quickly becomes today's non-negotiable baseline. Think about it. When you first enter the job market, your choices are driven by pure utility. A car is just a way to get from point A to point B. An apartment is just a safe place to sleep. But as you climb the corporate ladder, something shifts. Consumption stops being about utility and starts being about identity preservation. You're not just buying a car anymore. You're buying social signaling. You're maintaining professional relevance. This is the psychological drift. You start trading your future autonomy for immediate, escalating fixed costs. You are front-loading the consumption of wealth you haven't actually secured yet. And the tragedy? It happens completely beneath your conscious awareness. Your brain reframes every premium upgrade as a logical, well-deserved reward for your hard work. But in reality, it's just another structural anchor keeping you heavy. Let's strip away the psychology and look at the cold, hard math. Because numbers don't lie. True wealth accumulation isn't about how much you make. It's about the velocity of your surplus capital. Imagine you earn $100,000 a year and you maintain a disciplined 20% savings rate. That's $20,000 saved annually. Since your living expenses are $80,000, every single year of labor secures you exactly 3 months of future freedom. Now, you get a massive promotion. Your income jumps to $150,000. If you let your lifestyle inflate to match that new income, your savings rate drops to 0. Your wealth velocity completely halts, despite a 50% increase in your earning power. But let's say you're smart. You keep a flat 20% savings rate on the new income. You're now saving $30,000 a year while spending $120,000. Mathematically, your timeline to financial freedom has not changed at all. Why? Because the cost of funding your elevated lifestyle scaled perfectly alongside your savings. True wealth acceleration only happens when the margin between your income and your consumption widens asymmetrically.
The absolute volume of your surplus capital must outpace the baseline cost of your existence. If this trap is so obvious, why is society built to push us into it? Because the modern macroeconomic system depends on it. The modern credit apparatus, the subscription models, the structured financing, the premium tier upgrades, they are all highly optimized to absorb your incremental raises before they can ever solidify into permanent capital. By anchoring high-earning specialists to massive fixed obligations, like 30-year jumbo mortgages, luxury car leases, and private school tuitions, the economic system ensures that the highly skilled labor force remains highly motivated and, more importantly, highly dependent. This creates a fragile illusion. A corporate professional might control immense nominal cash flow. They might command immense institutional authority. But systemically, they have less actual resilience than a lower-earning individual who maintains a wide, unencumbered margin between what they make and what they need to survive. One is a king built on sand. The other is a fortress. Escaping the gravitational pull of this trap requires an intentional, radical identity shift. You have to redefine what wealth actually means. True wealth is not the visible consumption of goods. It is the invisible possession of structural sovereignty over your time. Stop viewing money as a tool for immediate lifestyle optimization. Start recognizing it as raw, strategic capital intended to purchase your permanent autonomy from the labor market. The next time you look at a lifestyle upgrade, don't ask, can my monthly cash flow absorb this invoice? Ask, how many months of my future personal freedom am I permanently trading away to sustain this? When you stop anchoring your self-worth to the visible markers of your professional tier and start anchoring it to the quiet velocity of your compounding assets, the trap loses all its power. And the path to true financial sovereignty finally becomes clear.